Hi, I'm Annette, and I am teacher and founder of Tastefully Thai cooking classes. And today I'm going to show you how to make pad thai, which is a very common, famous dish. People love to order in Thai restaurants, but I want to show you how you can make it at home. And so I'm going to tell you first about some of the ingredients. One of the main things we need is rice noodles. And we find them like this, dry in the store. And then they need to be soaked. And so we soak them in either cool water for a long time, could even be overnight, or in warm water for about 20 to 30 minutes or something like that, until they're kind of rubbery. They're not quite done because we're going to finish cooking them in the wok. But so we need to soak those first. And when they're soaked, then you drain them and then they're ready for us to use in our pad thai. The next ingredient I'm going to show you is bean sprouts. We use bean sprouts when we cook pad thai, and also we serve it fresh with the pad thai on the side. And bean sprouts are sprouted from a bean called mung beans, and maybe someday I'll do a tutorial on how to sprout those. Another ingredient that we use is tamarind juice. And tamarind juice comes something like this. There's a couple other ways it comes. If you have any questions about these ingredients that we're using, I am also putting a tab on the menu bar of the website for ingredients guide. And there will be pictures and explanations of all these ingredients on there for you. So the tamarind juice that we use today needs to be diluted by half in our recipe. So I took 2 tablespoons of tamarind juice and I added 2 tablespoons of water to it, and that's how we're going to use it in the pad thai today. Another ingredient that we use is tofu, and you can buy it usually in the health food section of the store. I happen to like this super firm tofu. It's already cubed for me, cuts out a step of preparation in Thai cooking, and it seems to be the firmest tofu. You want something really firm so it doesn't fall apart when you stir fry. Okay, and then another part of the pad thai that is very important is the sauces. We have fish sauce, we have soy sauce, and again, on my website, on the menu bar, you'll see ingredients guide, and there'll be pictures of these, explanations about them, things to look for, how to store them, stuff like that. And so that's all on the website too. So fish sauce, soy sauce. Another sauce that we use in pad thai is some kind of chili sauce. Doesn't have to be this brand, but some kind of chili sauce or a ketchup. And you can use a combination of these two depending on how spicy you like it. One other thing that we use in pad thai is, if you like your pad thai spicy, we add some ground up chili peppers when we cook it. Otherwise, if you have a family member that doesn't like spicy food, you can always add that at the end at your plate. And so those are some of the ingredients that we use in pad thai. And like I said, go to the website and look at the ingredients guide to help you pick out the right things to make authentic Thai food. Now, when we make pad thai, it's going to stir fry really fast. And so I'm going to pre-cook my eggs and pre-cook my chicken ahead of time, have them sitting there cooked to add to the stir fry when we're ready to put it all together. So I'm just going to start with stir frying the chicken, set that aside, and then the eggs, and set that aside so it's ready for us to put in the pad thai when we're ready. Just add a little oil to the wok, and we're going to add the chicken pieces in. I like to make my chicken pieces fairly small so that it cooks quickly, but also that they're not overpowering the dish. I like them to be small enough that you taste them, but you're not getting great big chunks of chicken. Okay, so I'm going to scramble up a couple eggs. And we're going to cook that so that's ready to go into the pad thai when we're ready to stir fry that. So I've got a little oil in my wok here from doing the chicken. And I'm just going to cook the egg real quick and then set that aside with the chicken. It'll go back into the pad thai with the chicken so we can put them on the same plate. Okay, and so we've got the chicken cooked and the eggs cooked. I'm going to set those aside. We'll add those in later. One real quick note about what kind of wok to use. Whenever I do pad thai, I always use my non-stick wok because the noodles will tend to stick in one of those steel woks. I have both kinds, but for pad thai, I like to use the non-stick. And so we're going to start by stir frying the noodles, and we're going to stir fry those. We're going to fry them up first in a little bit of oil. And what's going to happen is they're going to kind of get blistered all over and they're going to stick together, and it kind of looks like they shouldn't be doing that. They're going to all ball up and get all stuck together. But we actually want that to happen because, let's wait for that oil to get real hot. We want that to happen because that will help to cook the noodles, and then we're going to loosen it up with the tamarind and water mixture. So we're going to let this oil get good and hot, and then I'm going to add the noodles and we're going to get those done first. Okay, you want to hear that sizzle when it goes in, then you know that your wok and your oil is hot enough. Okay? Alright. So, we're going to cook these up. They're going to get blistered. They're going to start sticking together, and then this is how we're going to loosen them back up again. This is the tamarind juice and water mixed half and half. Takes a couple minutes here to get these cooked. Pad thai is one of those things that love to serve to company, but the preparation ahead of time takes the most time. And so you want to get everything cut, everything put in little bowls and ready to go, so that when you start to stir fry, it's really quick to put together. And you can serve your food hot, and you've done all your preparation ahead of time, and the cooking part's real quick. Alright, so these noodles are starting to get kind of balled up here. They're sticking a little bit to the pan, but that's okay. Alright, so we've got them kind of clumped together here, and they're kind of hard to get apart. That's what we want. If you left them that way, it'd be very hard to eat. So we're going to loosen those up by pouring this tamarind and water over them. And that's also going to give you a really nice sour flavor. The tamarind is fruity but kind of sour. If you don't have tamarind on hand, you can use some vinegar to do the same process. I would probably mix it half and half with some water so it's not too strong. Okay, now the noodles have all loosened up and they're cooked. Okay? And so now we can just start dumping all the other stuff into this, and it makes it very, very easy. So we've got the chicken and the egg that we did earlier. And dump that in. I'm going to dump in the tofu. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of sugar. And I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of peanuts. I'm kind of guessing here. Alright. I like mine a little bit spicy, so I'm going to put some hot peppers on there. Okay. And I'm going to add the chili sauce and ketchup that I had mixed together. I kind of like a little more chili sauce than ketchup. I like it a little spicy. And this is 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, and I forgot to add the soy sauce. So we need 1 tablespoon of soy sauce in there. These cups are great because you can mix all your sauces together in 1 cup. Pour that in. And you're going to stir fry that up real quick. And the last thing you're going to add is a good handful of bean sprouts, and then you want to add your spring onions. But the spring onions get added right at the end so they don't get all wilty and overcooked. All right. So we're going to stir fry those bean sprouts in there just for a minute or so. And when those start to soften up just a little bit, then we're going to add the spring onions, or you can use chives. Add those right in at the end and mix them together. And turn off the flame. And it's that fast. All right, and so there you have pad thai made very easily. And I'm just gonna plate it here. You wanna plate it with the pad thai and some extra garnishes. It's always served with fresh lime. So you wanna squeeze some fresh lime on there. And another handful of bean sprouts. And usually we serve it at the table with some more sugar, which we sprinkle over top, and some more peanuts. And if you like it spicy, there's always more hot chilies to add. So enjoy.